Hello everybody and welcome back to Tekkit. So thank you for watching episode number 80 and I hope you enjoyed the world download for those of you that have downloaded it. But you join me after a small period of time has passed and a few tweaks have been made. So I've added another bank of cells, Enderium cells, so that resident ender cells, whatever the hell they're really called, so that we could store more power because I maxed these bottom ones out just because of the amount of time that passed. And as you can see, these are all starting to fill up slowly as well. So currently the only thing we are powering from this system is my mine, but I intend to obviously use the power on a number of different things. But in today's episode, I want to try and utilize a different test. So I've used the filler, which you can see in my inventory, to fill this bank with the fluid ducts, and I've also made them into the big tanks. Now what I want to do is I want to test something that, again, I think might be more efficient for me. As far as the fusion reactor is concerned, it's not really very effective. It's not anywhere near as effective as I thought it would be. However, this bad boy should theoretically be a billion times more effective. Now I had the idea of using the reactor coolant port to obviously extract steam, but as I was having this idea I thought, you know what, this might be a good thing to include in an episode. So here we are, episode 81. So what I intend to do is very simply ensure that we have enough water in the system, which I don't think we do because we're obviously producing enough steam for this turbine, but we're not going to be producing enough steam for Mars. So I'm actually going to turn this turbine off. So deactivate the turbine, stop it dead, and I'm going to rely on my power stores, which are full, and the biofuel to power my machines and my network for now. And obviously the fusion reactor could be used if I needed to. Pretty sure the mains power isn't being used for anything anymore, but now that this turbine is stopping dead, even though it's stopped dead, apparently it's still producing a large amount of RF, but it's not going anywhere, it's being wasted anyway. So this is now going to get super hot and we need to start extracting the steam. So technically, if I just throw this onto here and put it to steam, tick, and put it into send fluid, it should start to extract the steam, and it has done. And we haven't got anywhere near enough water being pumped into the system. So this is a problem. Okay, well I was expecting this, so this is something I was prepared for, I hope. So I need a fluid export bus. I happen to have a bucket of water already. Have I got any ME cable? No, I need some ME cable as well, so that I can connect it all together. So we should be able to, oh, I need another reactor coolant port, which requires a bucket, apparently. I don't know why I haven't got unlimited buckets in my system. Oh, the system just went offline for a second then. What happened then? Interesting. So if we put a coolant port there and put a fluid import bus onto there and then put the ME cable connector onto there, we should be able to interface this to take water. How much is that going to be enough? There is not even online and it's still burning more fuel than life itself. So it's not anywhere near enough water. So let's put it up to 1,000. Is that? That's at least producing steam now. 100 millibuckets per tick. Okay, so we need more water. Alright, I can take a hint. So, yeah, that's unexpected. So let's have a look at something I've not really played with or not really tested. And that is a transfer node for liquids. So a transfer node for items should be relatively easy for us to put together. That gets us 2 of those, that was easy. Transfer node for liquids, also relatively easy. And I don't know if it's going to be as easier, so we need another coolant. Oh, I've got 2 of these, that's cool. Another coolant port. So we just try putting it over here. I lost that one. Okay. So a coolant port can go there. Again, we'll turn the reactor back on again. I think in the context of how this one works... Oh, shit. I might need to reset that. But I think, without speaking out of turn, if we have to place this like this, and then smash this, and I'm doing this without having checked what this does. Get rid of that. Okay, I'm assuming there's going to be an extra utilities. Fluid cable or something? Transfer node for energy? Filter pipe, sorter pipe, transfer pipe, resonating pipe, rationing pipe, energy pipe, crossover pipe, transfer pipe liquids. Is that a no? Transfer node liquids. Sorting pipe, crossover pipe, energy pipe, rationing pipe, filter pipe, sorting pipe, transfer pipe. Is it as simple as just using the transfer pipe, which I already accidentally made loads for? Oh, I haven't got loads of transfer pipe. Okay, so I've now got loads of transfer pipe. Does this accept? Oh, that works. It seems to know what it's doing. It's holding 8,000 millibuckets of water. It's not putting it into there. So, this is going to be fun. Do I just need to connect that to that? Boom, there we go. Still not producing enough water into the system. How much have I drained my ME network of water now? Yeah, pretty much. Oh crap. Well, at least we can put this to test over here, can't we? So if we temporarily put down, let's say, this large snow block just here, place this on top, take this away, it should autofill that. Then we can transfer node that into there. It should transfer quite a lot of water into the system. This is a huge experiment to see how much bloody water I need to put into here. Just this is not even on a particularly high setting. So it's producing less steam, oops, than it was. So the reactor's at like 100 million degrees. When it was with the turbine, it was at least being cooled. So am I going to have to cover this wall in in coolant ports in order to put water into this system? Is that what's going to have to happen? So if I make a load more liquid transfer nodes, just out of interest. So I need to make a bank of these, so surely I've got chest. Have I got chest as a craftable item? Seriously? I have never made a chest. Wow. Okay. Don't know why we haven't got like 1,000 of that on the go. So chest is unbelievably easy. I've never done that before, apparently. So my bank of Minecrafty things, I didn't put a chest in. So if we make 8 transfer nodes then, and we make that into liquid transfer nodes, 7, because I ran out of buckets. Right, let's put 64 buckets on. I'm fed up of having a lack of buckets. I mean, I've got an unlimited number of buckets. So if we put these down over here, can I rotate this? Nope. Helpful. What did I pick up then? Oh, the snow block. So using the snow block and the wood blocks. So we do need to put it in this row, effectively, because it needs to be surrounded by a source block that will allow it to refill. So can I put them here as well? Will that work? I think so. Okay. Okay. Oop, let's get out of here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That was silly. That goes there. That goes into there, and that sorts all that out. So that should now be producing, hopefully, a crap load of water. So if we connect this to 2 sides of this, that allows us to input slightly more water. Can I measure these pipes? Nope. Okay. So that hasn't quite paid off as much as I would like. So if I take that and that away and pipe this separately, is that working now? Yes, so that will let me do that. Okay. So that still has nowhere near enough water. But is this at least getting positive on water now? No. So water is a huge pain in my arse, apparently. Collecting water is a pain in the arse. So how could we have a look at collecting water? Right, I'm going to take a temporary pause. I'm going to massively rethink my water collection, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Be right back. And welcome back. As you can see, my reactor is now happily ticking over at just about enough water to keep the water level continuous. My percentage on the old fuel usage is about 400%, which is what you want. That means it's probably at the most efficient. It's not consistent. I will probably have a look at adding a little bit more water very shortly, just to try and get this to max out. Apparently we have 1800 millibuckets per tick. Ooh, the water ran out. Why did the water run out? Well, it's still got 1000 buckets of water. So what did you do then? What happened then? What glitched out then? Interesting. But that means we're now bucketing thousands of tons of steam up top. So before I show you how I did that, I will quickly run to Mars because I want to see what's going on with the reactor room. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to put a different thing in place. So these turbines are not spinning. So where the hell's all that steam going? Well, that's not gone well. So it's on receive fluid, steam, but it's not receiving any fluid in the form of steam. Don't tell me this whole endeavor is totally fruitless, because you can't transmit steam through your tesseract. That seems illogical. So this is definitely producing steam. It's definitely going somewhere. This is sending fluids on steam. Frequency 9. Control status enabled. Ignored. Access public. Sending fluid, receiving none. Is it supposed to transmit anything? No? I'm not quite sure what I've done wrong here then. That's worrying. So we're getting the amount of steam that we want. The problem is we're not seeing that steam come out the other end. So both of my worlds are anchored. So why aren't you doing anything? You should be. There is steam in the pipe. What? I don't understand. So let's turn this one off. No, don't do that. So we just messed this up completely. There we go. This is only getting steam from its network now. I've clicked the wrong thing. So you're getting 1800 megabuckets per tick, but you're not outputting 1800 megabuckets per tick. You're outputting a pitiful amount. If anything, you might as well not be contributing. Alright, let's do something drastic. So we will pretty much smash this up like this. Oh, that was unintentional. And we'll get the wrench. We'll make sure to turn you on back to your big size. And we need to put you back in place, but first we'll take all of this out. So you literally have access to one turbine. Okay. So there you go. You are now providing steam. You're not receiving. You're supposed to. You have 360 megabuckets per tick. I have no control over inputs. They're all effectively inputs and outputs. But you're not even got enough really to power one turbine. I refuse to accept that's the case. What? Right. Let's go back up top quickly and do a final check before I call this as a wasted endeavor. And apparently Big Reactors isn't compatible with everything else. So what I can do now as a final test to try and work out why this system doesn't work is to remove this tesseract and use some fluid ducts, which we're going to need more of. There's definitely something wrong with the system because it shouldn't be stopping and starting like that. I don't understand why it's doing that. It's not going to be pretty as such, but it's going to be a proof of concept. Do you or do you not have enough steam in your system to power this one turbine? How much steam are you putting out into this? Soddle. What? So how much can only one of these export? It's a coolant port. So reactor coolant port, can I make another one of those? Am I still short on buckets? Seriously used all 64 buckets. Right. So if we put a second one of these as an output, does that increase the speed? Obviously we need to put this to each of these, like so. Are we now getting it spinning powerfully? I would have said, and I agree, that that has no effect whatsoever. What is going on? These turbines and this combination of turbines is clearly not very efficient. I don't know what to do, but I'll show you what I did do to get enough water in the system for my reactor. So I've got transfer nodes in totaling 27 connected to fluid interfaces wired together so that they are continuously streaming out permanent amounts of water into the system. I've added an extra fluid export bus at 1000 megabuckets or millibuckets per tick, adding that into the system, and I have effectively proven that. Why have you stopped? Oh yeah, I need to turn the reactor back on, don't I? So does that affect? Is that why you stopped spinning? I don't know. So unfortunately, there's no documentation about atomic science, or relatively no documentation, which is not helpful. So although this has been a non-episode, I hope you enjoyed this non-episode where I attempted to mess with steam and with water to try and get turbines to work. I don't think my Mars base is going to produce the power that I want it to produce using these turbines. I think I'm going to have to go and use the slightly more expensive Big Reactor turbines because these ones apparently don't work. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon for the next episode. Bye for now.